All right. Hey everyone, welcome to another Webflow workshop. I am your host Nelson. Thank you for joining me this week. This is episode 103. We are creating mobile menus inside of Webflow from scratch. Now, if you're new here, this stream happens every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific. And what we usually do is teach you how to build or rebuild popular pages or, interactions. And we also show off new and upcoming features that Webflow has. Also, just another reminder, every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific is our Twitch stream, which is mainly focused towards the community. And it's at twitch.tv/webflowapp. Okay, so in those streams, we usually have a roundtable discussion about things like freelancing, how to handle clients, how to do better with your business, and stuff like that. So yeah, please join us every Friday at 10 a.m. on twitch.tv/webflowapp. Also, again, if you're new here, why do we do these streams? It's because we want to help inspire and empower you all to go beyond your perceived limits and do something you've never done before inside of Webflow. All right, there's so much you can do, and just staring at Webflow from the surface or just using a template, that's just the surface. That's just the tip of the iceberg of what you can do. There's so many things now with Interactions 2.0. So yeah. Today, we're going to create 3 different mobile menus from scratch. Also, we're going to show off the 11 entries for the people who entered into the Interactions 2 contest. And also, we always do this thing with a Q&A of Webflow or web design if you have any questions about it. And we like to look at what you're building inside of Webflow. Yeah, so show off your Webflow project to the community. All right, so... people are saying my volume is low. No, volume's good for everyone. All right. If my voice sounds kind of different, it's because I'm trying to get over this cold, but I'm going to power through it because I want to, build stuff with you guys. This is really, really fun. All right, so let's get to it. All right. So this infographic by Luke W., really got me thinking, with the whole iPhone 10, Samsung Galaxy S8, the Pixel 2, the Essential phone, phones are now becoming edge-to-edge screen, all right? It's going to get to the point where there's not really a bezel. And with screens becoming bigger and bigger, having a top right or top left menu button really doesn't make sense. So as you can see here, if you're holding your phone with your right hand, these areas are really easy to click on. But yet, if you have a menu button at the top right, which is the most common, it's really hard. So you're gonna have to shimmy your hand up your phone, press that menu button, press what you want, and then shimmy it back down. So I would like to show you how to have some bottom menu systems that will make it easier, If anyone's familiar with the Android, how Google's material design has a floating action button at the bottom right or the bottom left. So floating action button is like this circle that just floats on top of everything, and you can click it, and it's really easy to get to. So yeah, they've implemented that into their design system, and I want to show you guys how to do that easily with Webflow. Also, you may have seen apps like Instagram, Facebook, and all other apps like Grubhub or something like that have a bottom toolbar. All right, so I want to show you how to make those too. All right, so when you're making websites for your future projects, think about this. All right, think about this. I know that Webflow gives you a top nav mobile menu system, which is at the top right. But you know what? Challenge yourself to not use that. Challenge yourself to make a custom one that shows up at the bottom. And that's what we're going to do here today. All right. So here's the link. I'll give you the link in the chat room right now so you can bookmark it, have it ingrained in your brain, and start thinking about the user's thumbs. Okay. Let's get to it. So let's see here. So we have this free free template that I just used, and it's called Escape, and it has a menu at the top. But what I'm going to do is when we get to, say, the mobile landscape, I want this navigation to just disappear. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is remove this. So navbar, none. I could do it like that, or I could do it right here in the settings panel, where I can just turn it off. So it's only showing for desktop and tablet only. Okay? Now we can go ahead and start making our own mobile menu. And to do this, what I've done first is I've grabbed the Font Awesome, icon pack, and you can download this and upload it to your settings. Let me show you right here. Right here in the custom fonts, if I scroll down, so I've uploaded all of the Font Awesome fonts here. And so it'll show up in the designer. Okay? So I'll be using that for my mobile menu. So let's go back here. Alright, so my menu is gone. So let's build our first one. So the first one I want to build, and I sketched it out before the stream, is a floating action button. Yeah, so this one's simple. You just make a circle. Alright, so let's go ahead and start this. So we have a div block here that's holding everything. Whoa, it's holding everything. Interesting. Let's just bring in another div block on top of everything. Okay? And we're going to call this the FAB, Floating Action Button. So FAB, ULUS. And since it's floating on top of everything, we're going to set it to fixed. Put it on the bottom right. And let's push it away from the edge a little. Let's say 25 from the right and 25 from the bottom. There we go. So if I were to hold the phone with my right hand, like this, it's really easy to just tap right there. Okay. Now the floating action button, let's go ahead and let's add a circle inside of it. Actually, I'm going to rename this FAB wrapper, because that's not actually the floating action button. This will be. And right here, we're going to call this FAB. And let's make this 75 by 75. Okay? So I forgot where I've read, but a good hotspot for thumbs is 75 by 75 pixels. Okay? And let's give it a background color of, let's go orange, okay, since that seems to be the button colors. And we can make this round by setting the border radius to 50. And let's go ahead and add a box shadow to this, okay, so to make it look like it's floating. Really simple right there. Something like that, 33. Let's make the size a little bit bigger. Make the blur a little bit bigger too. Something like that. There we go. Cool. Alright, so inside this FAB, we need that hamburger menu icon. So what I can do is, I can actually, whoops, let me go in here, and let me put a text block inside of it. Alright, and now I have this text block. And what I'm going to do is go back to Font Awesome, the cheat sheet. I'm going to look for menu. No? Or is it lines? Where is it? What do they call it here in Font Awesome? I'm not going to put hamburger. I don't think they use hamburger. You have to find it. There we go. They call it bars. Alright. Cool. So I found it right here. I can copy the icon right here, and then I'm going to paste it inside of the text block. Now, it's going to look like a broken character, if you can see here. Oh, let me fix that z-index real quick. There's still things overlapping this. Okay, FAB wrapper. I'm going to set my z-index to something like 9,000. Cool, now it's on top of everything. All right, so back on this. This icon right here is a broken character. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a class name of icon and set the font to Font Awesome. See, as you can see there, now it's those 3 bars. Now let's go ahead and center this. How we can center it is using Flexbox and center, and there we go. And let's go ahead and this guy right here, this icon, let's go ahead and make sure that all icons are white. Say 25, 25, and let's preview it. There we go. All right. Ooh, that shadow looks just too harsh. Let me make it more subtle. There we go. Something like that. Okay, cool. There you go. And now, so when I click it, I need other things to show up. Okay, so let's do this. Icon. Let me put another icon too, because I want an X to show up. So when I click on this, I want the X to show up. So I'm gonna copy, paste. Now I have 2 icons, and I'm gonna find close. There we go. Found close. There we go. All right. So this close right here, I'm going to call this close and display none. Okay, so it's gone. So let's go ahead and go into Interactions 2. So if I click on this fab, the X should show up and the bars should go away. All right, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go to Interactions and on selected element, click. Okay, so on the first click, start an animation. And we're just going to do something simple. Open, close, fab. So we're just going to do hide and display. So this one is going to be a hide. So I'm going to click on icon, add a hide show. And this one is just going to, so yeah, this one is just going to go to none when I click it. That's it. And then let me go ahead and I need to select its child. So I'm going to go to this bottom bar right here and press right. Yeah, cool. I pressed right. So I'm actually selected on the close button because it's the next sibling. So yeah, there is no navigation panel for interactions, but it's something that people have been asking for and it'll be really helpful. But for now, we have to use up, down, left, right for traversing our tree. So this one is going to show, and there we go. So that's it. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay? And now when on the second click, I'm going to start an animation. And let's just duplicate this one. Okay, I'm going to go inside of it. And so the bars are going to show, and the close is going to hide. All right? So let's see this work. Simple. Okay. And let's go ahead and do one more thing. With this fab, we need the hand cursor. So we can scroll all the way down to cursor, choose hand or pointer, and there we go. So now it really feels like a button, at least on the desktop side. Okay. There we go. Maybe I can fix the timing too. Hold on real quick. Because it looks like it doesn't happen at the same time. There we go. Cool. So they happen at the same time. Let me go back to my interactions. Number 2. Right there. Alright, let's see it work. There we go. So it doesn't have that flicker effect. It's just straight click. Alright, so now we need extra buttons. So this page, let's go to the FAB wrapper, and first we're going to make sure that this FAB wrapper doesn't show up on desktop or tablet. So we're going to turn them off there. So now if I go up, it's gone, but if I go down, the top is gone, but the FAB wrapper is there. Okay, so this has 4 pages. So let's make 4 different buttons that show up like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, going upwards. Okay. Let's go ahead and put in another div block right there. Yeah, I want to put it on top. And let's go ahead and let's see if this will work. Button. Let's see here. FAB link. How did I wanted? Okay, FAB link. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was thinking in my head. So the FAB link and the width is actually like, say 200. Actually, let's go ahead and let me put the circle in first. So what I'm going to do is have a circle and a label. All right, that's what I want to do. So this one's going to be the FAB link circle. And so we're going to, again, let's go ahead and make this not 75, let's say 50-50, so it's, you know, kind of smaller. Give it a background color of orange. Make it round. And make sure that it's flex box so we can center the icon inside. And I think that's about it, yeah. Okay, so I don't want this floating right. Let's see if I can move everything. Nope, because it's not display inline. Or can I make it display inline? Hold on real quick. So FAB link is display inline. Oh, no, okay, I don't want that. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I want the text to be on the left side and I want the circle to be on the right. So I want to align it right. So what I can do is this FAB link, I can also make it flex and see how it's default on the left. We can make it to the right like that. And so let me go ahead and put a text block so you know what I mean. There we go. So this one, what's the first? First one's home, okay. So this one's gonna be home. And let's go ahead and make sure that they're centered. There we go, vertically. Awesome. And this FAB circle, we want it away from the label a bit. So push it off like that. Hey, you guy. You should be on the right. Let me see if I can use... Actually, this could be display inline. No, I can't. I'm using flex. Ah! Fine. Flex everything. Oh, that didn't work. I might have to float. Okay. It's been a while since I used floats. Just want to make sure that that's over there. Alright. Moving on. So this text block right here, FAB Label. I want to make sure that there's some padding around it. And I want to add a background color because it's like conflicting. Yeah, something like that. Cool. And let's go ahead and make it white. And let's round it out a bit. Say 5. Wait, let's see what it looks like. Okay, cool. Let's make this smaller, actually. There we go. Give it some space on the sides. There we go. Cool. Something like that. Alright, so here we're going to put one more text block, and this one's going to be our icon again. Actually, let's delete that. Let's just copy this icon and paste it in here. Cool. Let's find home. And I'm going to make this smaller. Let's see. I'm just going to give it a class name of small and make it smaller. There we go. So, cool. Home. And then we can just copy paste this three other times. 2, 3. Okay? Oh. Let's FAB link. Give some space at the top. Something like that. Cool. So we have home, and then we have categories about contact. Categories about contact. Okay. And yeah. So we got home, categories. What would be categories? A list of something. How about we just put list? There we go. About, I'm guessing it's a person. Nope. User. There it is. So about would be something like this. And then contact would be mail. Yep. No. No. Envelope. There we go. This one. Cool. All right. So let's add more interactions to this FAB to make these show up. Okay. And we're going to do a staggered effect where this one shows up, then this one, and then this one. So let's go and do that. Go in Interactions 2, mouse tap, open, close FAB. So on this first one, let's go ahead and select this FAB link. And let's go ahead and move it down. Set the initial state. Let's make it go down by 5 pixels. Okay, make it subtle. And then I'm going to set another move. These need to go right there. Actually, and this needs to go here too as well. So this move, it goes back to its original position on the Y. Okay. Also, let's go ahead and set the opacity. So initial state right there. Opacity is 0. And then set another opacity right here and set that to 100. So it looks like this. Okay. And let's go ahead and do that, but each of these is going to have a slight delay with it. Okay. So same thing here. Let's move it. Set its initial state. +5 on the Y. Move it again. Put it here. With previous action, but with a delay of, let's say, 0.25. Okay. And move it back to its initial. Go back here. And we're just going to rinse and repeat for the other ones. Okay. So if you're watching a recording of this, just fast forward. There we go. With the delay, exactly 100%. Cool. 2 more times. Initial state 5. Opacity. Initial state 0. Move. This should be delayed by 0.5. Am I doing it? Yeah, probably. Well, we'll see. Here we go. One more time. Move. Initial state. Move again. And this one is 0.75. Here we go. They should go to 0. And lastly, the opacity. Its initial state is 0. And then opacity, that one should be 100. Okay. That moved a little bit slow, but let's just see how it does on preview. Whoa, that's really slow. So I'm going to have to speed it up. But you get the gist, right? Yes? Let me see. That was really slow. Probably some of you were like, okay, it's going to be slow. Nelson will figure it out. All right. Let's say 0.05. And this one, wait. Okay, cool. And this is 0.1. And this is 0.15. Yeah, that's what I want. Cool. And we just go backwards. All right, let's go backwards. So everything's open on the second click. Let's just take everything. We'll start at the top this time. And this one, we don't have to set the initial state anymore. We can just take this and go like this. And this goes down to 5. And the opacity happens like this. This goes to 0. And let's take this, move it down by 5, set the delay, 0.05, set the opacity to the same thing, 0, almost done. 0.1, 5, 0.1, here we go, opacity, 0, almost done, one more, set the move, bring it here, this is going to be 0.15, push it down by 5, set the opacity, and set that to 0. Cool. All right, let's preview this. Cool. So you can make that faster if you want. But my inspiration was the Boost Reddit app. So if you look here, if I click on it, that was my inspiration. Okay. So, yeah. There's our first one. And Chandra's asking, is it me or does it seem to take longer to create Interactions 2.0? You know, in my opinion, it's a bit faster because you don't have to play with the delays. In Interactions 1, you kind of have to see it in your head, whereas Interactions 2, you actually can see it happen. I need to sneeze, hold on. Okay, glad I caught that. Didn't want to, people for the wearing headphones, didn't want to hurt your ears. Alright, so any questions with that one before I move on to another style? Can you remove them with good call. Well, yeah, these aren't actually links. Yeah, you can remove them with the hide and then use the display show with the display and with this thing. Just like how I did with these, you can do that too with these floating action buttons. And again, after every stream, things that I build or rebuild will be available for you to clone inside of your own Webflow account. So you can go ahead and take this and play around with it and see if you can build upon it, build on top of it something better. Okay? Oh, jeez, my nose. Okay, back on it. Whew. This winter time, man. All right, next one, bottom toolbars. Okay, so yeah, Facebook, Instagram, all the popular apps usually have a bottom toolbar. Let's see here. Let me look at one real quick. So yeah, I'm looking at Instagram, and it has 5 icons at the bottom. And I think 5 is the max you can put on a mobile menu for a bottom toolbar, because 6 seems too crowded, okay? And in this menu, I'm going to show you how to create a fixed bottom toolbar, and it's quite easy, all right? So let's go to a different page real quick. Let's say we'll go to the categories page. All right, so we're here again, and the top nav bar is gone. And let's just make a simple bottom toolbar. I'm going to bring in a div block, and this one we're going to call it bottom toolbar, or bottom nav terminology. All right, so we want fixed, okay, and we want to set it to bottom and set the z-index to something like 9,000, so it's on top of everything. And looking at my sketch, okay, yeah, so that's about it for that. But let's also add a background color, something dark like this, dark slate gray. And yeah, so let's start putting stuff into it. Let me make this centered real quick, the text align center. And inside of here, I'm going to put a link block. No, let's just put a regular block. I'm going to put a regular block. And this one is going to be my little bump. I'm going to make a little bump. So it's a bottom toolbar that expands up. Okay? So we're going to call it bottom toggle. Okay, so kind of like the floating action button. It's going to be a circle, but this one is only going to show a half circle at the top. And yeah, let me show you what I mean. A couple of you are probably like, "What are you talking about?" So let me show you real quick. So let me make a circle. 50%. Oh, and I want 75, 75. Okay. And let's go ahead and make this bottom nav. Actually, let's make the height like 10. Okay, and this bottom toggle, let's see if I can push it up with position. There you go. So half of 75. It's like 45, so... No, 35? Yeah. If I get my maths wrong, let me know. So this is a thing that always follows you around. Okay, as you can see, it's indicating that there's stuff that you can do. So I'm going to say, oh, whoops. Okay, cool. And now let's go ahead and put a text block and give this a class of icon. And let's get our bars again. Cool. Let's push this down a bit. There we go. Should this be lower? Something like that. Yeah, something like this. Yeah. And let's make this 20 instead, because it's 15. Cool. So I'm indicating to the user, and so this is good for both left-handers and right-handers. So I'm a left-hander, and I always use my phone on my left. And a lot of times, app developers use the floating action button on the very right. And for me, using a Pixel XL, it's hard for me to get all the way across with my left thumb. And I've asked the people on Boost Reddit app, and said, please make it switch between left and right. Well, I think at least putting it in a center is a good way for both left and right-handers to get their to be able to reach that menu button. Okay, so again, if we look at this, even if I was left-handed, this part is easy. Okay, but not so much here for a left-hander. For a right-hander, it's easy. I don't know why this part right here is just okay for a right-hander. It seems easy enough. Just bend your thumb. Yeah, I don't know. All right. So what happens? So this should grow bigger, and I think we can play with the height. Let me see here. If I click on this, let's make a interaction. Mouse tap. And sorry for the sniffles. Okay, so we're gonna call this bottom nav, and let's go here. This one, size. There we go. Let's play around with the size. So initial state, the height is 15, and then I'm going to do a size after half a second. The height's going to be something like, let's say 75. Cool? Yeah. And so it'll look like this. Let's see if I can do it real quick. Preview it. Let's see what it looks like. There we go. That easy. And yeah, we'd want to have like a down arrow for this icon. So let's go ahead and get a down arrow or something to tell the users to, when you click on it, it goes back down. Okay, so I'm going to copy this angle down. Actually, let's copy and paste this icon real quick. Copy this angle down. Right here, double click, paste. I know I don't see it right now, but I know it's there because I pasted it. All right, and now go back to bottom toggle. Excuse me. Okay, bottom toggle right here. So move this up. Can I move this up? There we go. Cool. So the initial state of this icon, I'm going to do a hide show. The initial state is a hide. All right. And the initial state of this one is a display block. And then when it's this size, this guy right here, hide and show. Let's put it with that one. This one will hide. And let's get the other one real quick. Nope, not that one. This one. Nope. Yeah, it's this one right here. So I'm going to do a hide and show again. Nope, not size. Delete that. Hide and show right here. Set that to display block. And yeah, there we go. So it's done. Let's preview what we've done. Oh, okay. So cool. That works. So the opening works. Now for the closing. Okay. Second click, start an animation, bottom nav, but this time let's duplicate it. Go to bottom nav 2, and we're not going to do initial size or initial states. This bottom nav is going back to 15. This one is going to block. This one is going to none. And now we have our open and closing. And there we go. Super simple. And now let's go ahead and put stuff inside of here. All right. So I'm going to go to this bottom nav and I'm going to set the height to 75. Okay, just so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. And now let's go ahead and add another div block. All right. Oh, actually this bottom toggle, I don't like the position relative. Maybe I can do negative margin because it's pushing down my other div block. There you go. See how my other div block is coming up? So let's do something like this. And this one right here, actually, can I do it on both? Yep, I can. Oh, nope, it's not letting me. Let me delete that. All right, so bottom nav link, link wrapper. All right, so this one's going to hold our actual icons, the things that we want to click on. And let's see if I can bring it up with a negative margin. Yeah, something like that. Cool, something like that. And we'll set it to, let's do position relative instead. Because I'm going to do the Z index as well, so might as well put it on one line of CSS. The reason why I want to do Z index is because I want it over this circle. Okay, so this this down arrow is not going to show up on top of it because when I do the preview, its initial state will be hidden. Okay. All right, so we have that. Now we're going to do flexbox because we want all of our links to be in one row. And let's go ahead and make our links. So inside of the bottom nav link wrapper, we'll put a link block. And this link block, here we're going to call it bottom nav link. And this is going to expand the whole way. Okay. Now inside of one of these bottom nav links, let's go ahead and put a text block. And this text block is going to be called icon. And what icon should we get? So we have, let's get home. Oh, no, there we go. Let's get home. And yeah, let's go ahead and make this flex as well because we want to center it. Say the height be 100%. No, I want this to stretch. I guess that doesn't do it. Huh. Oh, it's this one right here. It is stretching. The children should be stretching from top to bottom. Is it because this icon? Hold on, let me figure it out. Huh. Okay, well, I'll just kind of cheat a little and do this. Play around with this. With the padding. Okay. And actually, I shouldn't do padding on the sides because I'm going to let Flexbox handle that. So what I mean is, watch this. If I copy and paste this 3 more times, 1, 2, 3, there we go. It's all evenly spaced. Okay? If I paste it again, there we go. So 5 would be the max. Okay? 5 would be the max. But this site only has 4, so gives us a little bit more breathing room. So we have that one, and categories we said is a list. So we're going to get this. Olipop Nelson loves Flexbox. Yes, I do love Flexbox. Oops, not about. User. I did that again. That was the second time doing that. Okay, and envelope. Alright, and there we go. And if we do this, there we go. Not too hard. This guy should be higher a bit. Something like that. Oh, it's in the... But you guys get it. Let me put it back to 33. Let me look at the bottom nav size. Oh! Is it because the bottom nav... That should be 15? Ugh, I wonder why. Oh, but yeah. Okay. Let me get some more tissue real quick. Okay, any questions about that? So that's kind of not really your traditional bottom toolbar, but it's something more interactive, and it gets out of the way of your user's face if you don't want to. Oh, what are you doing there? Is that a footer nav? Let's turn that off. Footer section. Delete. Gone. Forever. There we go. Nice. All right. Let's see here. Let me look. Is there any questions about this one? The Crow says, I would have used a column. Is that not best practice anymore? Yeah, it's not best practice anymore to use these columns. Why? Because with Flexbox, you get even more control than these columns. Let me give you an example. With columns, everything is floating left, okay? But, let me open this real quick. Where is my bottom nav? There we go. Say you wanted to reorder these in some way. I can go to the bottom link wrapper right here, which has the Flexbox, and I can reverse the layout. Boom, one click, easy. You can't do that with columns, okay? Because in columns, everything's floating left, and you can't do anything about it. You can get even crazier by like saying, hey, you know what? This should be the first one. So I can override the order and tell this to be, hey. Oh, okay, I can override the order if I say, give this a combo class of about, override the order, and this should be placed first. Now see how he's first right here, or I can place it last. So you get a lot of control. Or you can set this as the second. Or something. Oh, see what it's doing? Huh. Yeah, see? You can play around with the custom. So there's a lot of things you can do with this. If you want, this about could be like shrunk. See how that's small compared to these? So yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. But how does IE handle Flex? Yeah. Internet Explorer 11 and below do not support Flex completely, so it's best to use columns in that case. If your main demographic is using Internet Explorer 11 or lower, you're gonna have to use columns. Or you can tell them that Internet Explorer is becoming a very unsecure browser, and they should at least upgrade to Microsoft Edge, Chrome, Firefox, or if on Mac, use Safari, because those are Those are more modern and secure. But good questions, good questions. So let me remove that real quick. And we're back. Cool. Oh, my nose is running. Okay, we're back. Andrew's saying, check out this expanding circle nav. Let's check it out. Let me guess, Waldo? Yup, Waldo and his navs are so cool. So let me just go here. So yeah, that's another take on it, okay? And even easier for right-handers, not left-handers. So your thumb just goes like this, right? And it follows that natural movement of your thumb, you know, so there you go. And this is Interactions 1, by the way, that Waldo did this on. So this is an old one. All right. Before we get to our last one, should we go to the last toolbar and then Q&A, or should we do Q&A right now? You guys tell me. What do you want to do? Gotta stay hydrated. Okay, I don't see anyone talking in chat what they want to do. So okay, we're gonna go to it. Oh, Q&A. All right, Q&A. We have 2 people who want to ask questions right now. So yeah. And the last toolbar is really simple. It's like the expanding one I showed you, but it's, you know, it doesn't really expand. It's just static. But yeah, what are your questions? Let me see if there's any so far. Awesome stream as always. Thank you, David. How do you guys animate the hamburger so it looks good when transforming to an X? Oh, David, so if you want to get more complicated, what you can do is use 3 divs, and each div is a hamburger bar, okay? And when you click on it, the middle one could like fade out really quick, and the top 2 buns of the hamburger menu icon can do a rotate on the Z and go like that. So they move on the Y and also rotate on the Z. So they go like this and that at the same time. And so you just need to toggle that. So it is possible, but it takes a little bit more time because you're animating 3 things. Good question. How does Foxy Cart handle viewing your shop sales in their dashboard? All right, Shay. You would need to go to foxycart.com and ask their QA, or not QA, their support team. They're very responsive. Or you can ask on forums.webflow.com because they're there all the time helping people with their FoxyCart/Webflow sites. Okay? Yeah, just like Stu said, drop Josh a message. Mick Mutter is asking, when will it be possible to customize the viewport? I know we are working on a larger breakpoint, but and I'm guessing your question is about custom breakpoints. At this time, you cannot create custom breakpoints. And to me, I like that we only have 4 or going to have 5 breakpoints, because you don't want to bloat your CSS code with so many small little breakpoints to move small little things, because you'll never know what size the user is viewing your website on. Okay? So it's best to use percentage based units like percentage VW, which is viewport width, VH, which is viewport height. So use stuff like that instead of exact pixels. Okay? Xavier is asking, can Interactions 2 have event listeners for the angle of the phone? So you can tilt the phone. Hold on. Oh, so you can tilt the phone to shift the position of a button. Ah, okay. So we don't have event listeners for the accelerometer of a phone, but I know it is possible. So hold on. Parallax.js. So this old site right here is really cool. All right. It's been out since, I don't know, 2005, 7, something really old, 2010, I don't know. But you can also, so right here, Parallax.js reacts to the orientation of your smart device. So this right here actually listens for the, oh, not accelerometer, yeah, the gyroscope of your phone. So yeah, this one's pretty cool. But yeah, that would be cool to do, to implement. Good question. Daniel's asking, how would I make the menu retract when I click empty? Not sure what you mean by empty. Can you explain a little bit more? Stu's asking, when can we expect Bryant's big blog post update hinted a couple of weeks ago? Yeah, so we talked about it. We know that a lot of you are wondering what's happening with the wish list, what's happening with upcoming features. We are listening. And the wish list is now being maintained by maintained by a couple of people. And once we're basically putting it all in a spreadsheet and then figuring out how to organize it. But yeah, we will come out with more and more updates faster, okay? And the reason why is because we've done this thing where we had to change the whole back-end code of Webflow, and it took a while. And because of that, that's why IX2 Interactions 2 came out, and that's why we're working on other features really quickly. So the end of this year and beginning of next year, it's gonna go quicker. We know that we've been making you guys wait, but it's all gonna be worth it. Okay, we promise. December. Hold on, let me look at the calendar. December 19th, our last stream is going to be with our CEO, Vlad. So twice a year, every 6 months, we have Vlad come on the stream, and he does Ask Me Anything. So please, mark your calendars for December 19th, because Vlad will be on the stream. All right, last question, and then we'll get to our last toolbar. Eli or Ellie, can I resize the logo when scrolling down and stick the logo to the top of the page? Yes, you can. So all it is, let me see here. Let me go to my main. So you can just do a scrolling interaction. Let me see here. So say I scroll down, right? When you scroll down, I want this to grow bigger. So what I can do is, on current page, when page is scrolled, let's see here. When the page is scrolled, let's say when the page is scrolled up, I want to show the bottom nav. Okay? And then when the page is scrolled down, I want that bottom nav to go away. Okay? So let's see how it works. And it doesn't. Oh, it's backwards. Oh, okay, so it's scrolling up, scrolling down, scrolling up, scrolling down, scrolling up. So take that basic thought, and instead of doing a... let me go here. Instead of doing a size for the bottom nav, you can do a size with your logo. Okay. All right, there seems to be 3 more questions, but let's go ahead and finish up the last toolbar. Really simple. It's just like this one, but no expanding. It's just basic this. It's just this basicness right here. So I'm going to show you how to do that. It's kind of like a refresher on Flexbox. So let's go ahead and do that on the About page. All right, so again, I'm going to bring this in. We're going to call it basic bottom nav. Set it to fixed, put it to the bottom, z-index 9000. And let's go ahead and set this to flex. And inside of here, we're going to put a link block. Nope, we need actually a background color. Let's go back here. Background color. Basic bottom nav link, and I want to set that to expand, set that to center, put a text. So it's just a refresher course right there. Let's get the home. Where are you? There you are. Oops, there we go. Home, and let's go ahead on the basic. Let's go ahead and set the padding to something like 25. Oh, that's too much. Something like 15. Yeah, 15. Cool. And then copy and paste it 3 more times. 1, 2, 3. Remember, 5 is the max. You don't want to do any more than 5. If you have more than 5, you may want to just use the basic nav component that we have, but fix it to the bottom. Okay? And so that way if you click on it, it can float from the right onto the canvas. But yeah. So we need the list. And then we have the user. And lastly, envelope. And there we go. Super basic. All right, now it's kind of looks like an app. See, I told you it'll be easy with Flexbox. All right. Yeah, a lot of questions today. Cool. I like it. All right. So hopefully you guys learned something. Before we get to the next questions, let's switch gears. And we're going to show the 11 entries for the IX2 contest. All right, so for the last 2 weeks, I've been asking people to do something crazy with Interactions 2, now that it's out for everyone. And the 4 categories was the do something with a menu system, do something with page loading, do something that's a parallax scroll, or do something with a mouse movement effect. Okay? And we got 11 entries, and you were allowed to enter as many categories as you want, and each winner of each category will receive a 6 months free added on top of their Webflow account plan, and also a Webflow swag box. Okay, so I'm not going to announce the winners, but I'm going to show off some of the entries. I'm going to show off all the entries. All right, So starting with Desk MP. And I'm hoping to do more of these contests to, to help you guys do something crazy with Webflow. Because that's what I love to see. Like, people taking Webflow to the next level. Okay. Okay. Oh, I remember this. So this is a mouse movement. And it's kind of like a puzzle. You're trying to find the... It's the Webflow logo. And I'm trying to find the spot. I think it's right... Oh, there we go. Got it. And then it goes away? Oh, and it comes back. So yeah. There we go. There's our first entry right there. That's cool. So he broke up the SVG. And then he put a little hotspot at the bottom right. I'm trying to get to it again. There we go. Cool. So I'm guessing once you get it, you figured out the puzzle, then it shows up. Cool. Alright. Let's go to our next one. Bradley shows us this one. Another mouse movement interaction. Alright, let's see here. Beware, it watches. Oh, cool. Oh, it even closes its eyes, too. That's neat. And these aren't images. These are just divs. Right? Hold on, let me see here. Okay, that's an image. Left eyelid. Right eyelid. Okay, so they are images. They're probably SVGs, too. Shape overlays. Wow. That's cool. Okay, so he did some code for that one. That's neat. I'm guessing it's Halloween themed. That's cool. Okay, and I think he has a menu. Oh, okay. Oh, and so the person who was asking how to make the hamburger menu turn into an X, Bradley's doing it right here. Cool. All right, next one. Aaron. Oh, Aaron. Aaron Grieve. He's really good with Webflow. Oh, not found! What happened? Okay. Gotta move on. Parallax page scroll by... well, I don't know who it is. Let me see here. Callie Mullen? On the forums, Callie Mullen. Oh, yeah, this one. This is cool. So, it's a famous art piece. And this one's a page scroll effect. So if I scroll down, all the boxes come in to create that art piece. That's neat. Nice and simple. So that's fun. Alright. Alright, Christopher, he did a page load. Okay. Here is a page load effect. Oh, and he has music too. Let me turn that off. Ah. I can't turn it off because it's right here. Actually, there we go. Deleted. Cool. All right. Let's try that again. So page load, that's cool. It's really subtle. I don't know if you can tell on the stream, but the turntable is pulsing. Okay, so it has a pulsing, the needle is pulsing, and of course the record is spinning. That's neat. Huh. Yeah, there's so much you can do with this. I mean, what if there's like a click effect and then you can make the needle come off the... Oh yeah, you can like... Let's see here. Where's the power button? There has to be one. I don't know. That would be so cool if there's a power button. You click it, the needle rotates on the Z, but the transform origin is right here. and then this record stops spinning, but it like slows down to a stop. It doesn't just immediately stop. That would be cool too. But yeah, thank you, Christopher. Next one, Gamer Sean, Stick Anime. Oh, I think I know this one. No, it's not showing. What happened? Is there a Webflow.io link? Yeah, there is. So, this is an intense page load interaction where stick figure men are moving about. And then you have stairs too. And he jumped. Huh. This is intense. And I can tell the walking effect is just, is he going downstairs? Is he going downstairs? Oh, he is. Oh, that's cool. So, it's just a rotating on the, I think, Y. That's cool. Great job, Gamer Sean. All right. Here we go. Oh, Gamer Sean entered it twice. Okay, so there's only 10 entries. All right. Philip D. Another page load interaction. What are you working on? Ooh, this one. I've seen it before. Hold on. Real quick. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, you can do so much now. All right. Our 9th one by Alex. Here we go. This is a menu interaction. Ooh, that's cool. And look at that. When I hover over it, the 3 lines become an arrow. And then it flips. It just does on the Z, it goes 180. Oh, whoa. Hover effect. That's cool. Now he has 3D objects on the hovers with nice gradients. That took it to another level. Great job, Alex. All right, last one from Ollie. Oh no, second to last one. Sorry. Yeah, second to last one. Ollie. Destiny Ghost? What is this, Ollie? This is a mouse movement interaction. Oh, okay. Okay. We got things happening. What? How'd you even the things? Wait a minute. Is this custom? Oh, hold on. Is this custom code? Wait, hold on. Wait, what just happened to my brain? These are images. No way. No. Okay, what? How? You do the things. What? That's a lot of work. Dude. At first I was like, nah, this is custom code. Come on now. But you went there. And you did the things. Oh, man. Okay. I'm sorry for having this reaction. Sorry to the other entries for the mouse movement interaction. But, man, Ollie, you did good. Oh. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Oh, man. Okay, going to the next one. Going to the next one. Ollie, you are crazy. You are crazy. You're crazy. Great job. Okay, so this is our last entry by Chris. Oh, this one's cool. I saw it. So check this out. All right? Because I love space. And then these constellations are actually... They're actually the nav. So it kind of reminds me of Space Jam. But this is pretty cool too because it's kind of like a video game or kind of like those star map apps. But man, that must have taken some time. That is nice. Gosh, there's so much you can do with interactions too. It's nuts. All right. Cool. So those are the entries. I'll be announcing the winners on this Friday's community stream at 10 a.m. Friday, twitch.tv/Webflow app. Okay. Geez, no favoritism. I'm sorry. When you know me, when I see something nutty, I just go crazy because I think it's just wonderful. It takes an imagination. It takes time. It takes effort to make something different, you know? And yeah, so I appreciate and I celebrate those that go beyond what a tool is supposed to do. Okay? So, yeah, that's just me being super happy. All right. Nelson is made of custom code. Aren't we all? Are we all just code? Is this reality? Are you real? Yeah, so thank you guys. Let's go on to the next questions. And also, if you have anything you are building for a client or for yourself, put your webflow.io link in the chat room right now, and we'll do a quick UX overview of it and just give you any tips if needed, or you can just, blow our minds away with your awesome project. So show us what you're working on. Send your webflow.io link now. All right, questions. Let's see here. Ian, question about hover interactions to different elements. I'm not seeing a place in interactions 2 where I can apply... I need to wrap this. Hold on real quick. I need to wrap the questions. There we go. There we go. Okay. Question about hover interactions to different elements. I'm not seeing a place in the IX2 where I can apply the hover effect to a different element. I just assume I can click on the element. Yeah, so... applying hover interactions to different elements. Yeah, you can do that. Let me see. So say this one has a hover effect, right? So mouse hover, and on this hover, let's say nav hover. And the timed action is the background color changes to gray. Something like that. Right? And then on hover out, start animation, duplicate this, and this one is going to turn back to that, and done. So it should look like this. All right, and now I want to do it on other ones. So this right here, I can replace elements in animation. And I think this is how you do it. Instead of this, I want to replace it with... Am I doing it right? Hold on real quick. Something like this. Oh, I gotta learn this. I have to watch that tutorial again, that McGuire made. So university. So where's our interactions? So he shows you how to do it on the parallax movement on scroll. And so it's right here, somewhere here, where he does the... Where is it? Huh. I'm gonna have to find it. It's somewhere in here. Let me put the link in the chat room. Oh, where's my chat? There you are. Somewhere in here where you can do that replacing on the interaction. Okay. So sorry I'm not able to answer your question immediately, but it's in there. I know it is. Daniel, how would you make a modal window close when I click outside of the box? Oh, okay. So if you're doing a custom modal, it's super simple. You just take the... let me go here. So if you're doing a custom modal, say I have a modal right here. Okay, and I'm gonna call this modal, and say the modal's on, right? It's full, and it's like that, right? So this would be the modal, and then like say there's a white box in the middle, okay? So here on this modal, this is where I would add the interaction to close, okay? So if they close outside of the box, okay, let me just make it more apparent what I'm talking about. This could be like 550, 550. This is white. So say if I click on anything out here, that's where my hide interaction would be, okay? And so this would be hiding the whole thing. And then you would have a trigger to show this modal class again. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Alexander, I'd like to smooth out my expand animation. Any idea? Let's see here. What are you working on? I got a 404 error with your link, Alexander. Hold on real quick. Nose. Okay. Did Nelson build a toggle button? Yes, I have, and I did it. Go look at the workshops. Which workshop was it? It was this one right here. So let me put a link to it. It's like towards the end. Towards the end of this workshop, I made a toggle button just for fun. So it's there. And again, you can clone it right here. Clone this project, and you'll see where I made it. Okay? Let me go to other questions. Jesus, this is insane. Shay. Yep, Interactions 2 is insane. You can do so much. Why can't you use IX2 with symbols? Yes, so this is one of the things we are working on. You can't use Interactions 2 with symbols yet, but in the next update of Interactions 2.1, we'll have more things coming. If you look at the blog post about Interactions 2, let's go ahead and take a look at it together. Here's the release notes on the blog. So what we've done. So what's next? So yeah, adding interactions to symbols, collection lists, and collection pages. Now, if you're sad because you can't use Interactions 2 yet on symbols, collection lists, and collection pages, don't worry. You can still toggle on Interactions 1. Okay, so you can still use that on your websites. Okay, and those will already work for symbols, collection lists, and collection pages. Making easier to use reuse animations. The scroll offset, that's something that a lot of people have been wondering about for our scroll-based interactions. Right now you can set it as a delay, but if you want, you can use Interactions 1 for now if you really want those scroll offsets. And this one I'm really happy about that we're working on is the quick effects. So if you want to do something that like slides up, kind of like the, let's go back. Oh, where's my Webflow? Oh, okay, well, something where I was doing it where its opacity is 0 and pushed down by 5 pixels, and then when it shows, you see it goes back to 0 pixels on the Y and opacity 100, and that's something I want to save as a quick effect, so I don't have to redo it over and over as you saw. So things will get better with Interactions 2. As always, it's coming soon. All right. Estimated time. I don't have an estimated time. Okay, we have a Webflow.io link. Origami. What are you working on, Mark? Maxim. Scroll to view how to make origami bug with some bugs. What? What? What are we doing? Dude, why didn't you enter this into the contest? Well, dang. I have a problem at scrolling backwards. Pieces fall apart. Yeah, it kind of happens. I would need to see your read-only link. Post this on the forums and see if you can get other people to help you out. But I can see what's happening, like this part right here is not going all the way up. Yeah, see? So that's the initial state. But if I go up really fast, it kind of breaks. So yeah, post your read-only link. Whoa. I get a different shape every time. Alright. Yeah, post it on the forums, and then maybe I'll help. Maybe the whole community and I can help out. Oh, Sean has the idea. When you change the position of an object, make sure to the action before it sets the object back to its original position. Thank you, Sean. Cool. Any other questions that I may have missed? Okay. Oof. Okay. I'm guessing that's it. If there's no other questions, let's see here. Okay, we got a link from Alexander. Okay, what are you working on? Let's see here. Okay. Alright, experts. Let's see, translate. Huh. Page has been translated. No, it hasn't. guessing it's... No? Okay. Alright, so let's look at this layout. I like how these cards overlay, because it shows that there's more to the page as you scroll down. So it's like saying, hey, scroll down for more information without having to tell the user to scroll down. It's like a visual cue. Okay. Nice clean cards. Drop shadows, nice. It's very clean. Okay, I'm guessing this is going to be collections. Nice. I have nothing to say. It's very informative and very clean. It seems to do its job. Yeah, great job. Oh, Dutch. Thank you. Nice. Yeah. I got nothing to say about this, and that's usually a good thing because there's nothing really that sticks out that is bad about this. I love the big type. Yeah. Great job. Alexander, CMS question. I can't figure out how to make a collection page who has their own products inside. I think you would need to ask that on the forums. Not sure what you're asking for, Alexander. Eli has a URL he wants us to look over. Same question, how do I resize and stick the logo at the top of the page while scrolling further? I've already answered this in a kind of a different way. Yeah, just make this position fixed, and then when you scroll down, the size gets to something like 50 pixels width or something like that. Just use the interaction. Alright. Okay. I think that's about it. Yeah. All right. So let's end this stream, okay? So again, make sure to follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Webflow app. I will be streaming there at 10 a.m. Pacific, announcing the winners of our first Interactions 2 contest. And also we'll be doing more roundtable discussions around freelancing. All right, so this stream happens every Tuesday at 10 a.m. on our YouTube channel and on Facebook Live, and also our Twitch channel, 10 a.m. Pacific. If you need any account billing or technical help, go to university.webflow.com/contact, and I and the rest of the support team will help you out as soon as we can. If you have any design or custom code issues, please go to forum.webflow.com, join the community, ask your question there, and they will help you out. And as always, if you get your question answered, please pass that favor forward and answer someone else's question so we can all grow together. You can follow us on Instagram and on Twitter at Webflow app. You can follow me on Twitter at ThePixelGeek. Facebook.com/Webflow. And I've said it many times, I'm going to say it again, twitch.tv/Webflow app. Thank you guys so much for joining me this week. I will see you next week for more rebuilding of something. If you have any suggestions on what we should do, please tweet at us, post on the forums, or email us, whatever. Just contact us and say, hey, you should do a workshop episode on this. And we will look into it, and I'll practice it, and it'll be on the next stream. All right. So I'll see you guys next Tuesday. And as always, make the web beautiful. See ya.